The Battlefield 2042 open beta has already been experienced by the majority of individuals, and the reactions have been varied. There's a lot here, so I'll try to keep things short. This is a broad overview, not a deep dive into the Battlefield 2042 beta and all it has to offer. When it comes to Battlefield maps, there's no denying that Orbital is a good looking map. The travel distance to capture points can be a disadvantage at times. The map contains some high vertical positions, such as B capture point, or cargo rocket location as I call it, as well as the rocket itself and a pair of zipline accessible sniper towers near it. There is a lush area that divides C point from D point and the remainder of the map. Within it, you can find high canopy trees and boulders to protect infantry from being noticed, as well as other infantry passing through it. I did have time to redeploy on a few occasions, since I was bored with nothing to do at times. This happened several times, and it concerns me going forward, especially since the devs stated that this is a medium-sized map. The map lacks clear transitional cover in hard cover regions, which I believe is related to the specialist abilities, but for the time being, it forces players to sprint through no man's land and hope for the best. Okay, moving on to another topic, gunplay. Although the gunplay feels improved, the current build has a problem with mouse input being bugged. Hit reg. There are two ways to slice it. You can blast the player with nearly your entire magazine of your weapon, or you can drop them instantly. This leads to the weapon becoming unreliable and frustrating gunfights. Movement. In my opinion, movement is considerably faster than any other Battlefield I've ever played, and that's okay with me. The chaotic nature of the game, along with increasing number of players and vehicles, necessitates this. Trust me, you're going to want movement. If you're trying to get out of a 1vx or maneuver away from a grenade, if you happen to see the indicator. Also, it wasn't really that hard to hit a person sliding. I'm sorry to say, if you can't do it, practice. Performance. As it stands, I was getting between 70 and 100 FPS with a good computer, minus the GPU. I currently have a 1080 Ti for the Win 3. The only reason I have it, it's a great card, I like it, but I can't get a 30 series. I haven't been able to get my hands on a 30 series, and I probably won't get my hands on a 30 series until later next year. So take it for what you will, but also my opinion on optimization for this game is that it's pretty poor across the board. Vehicles. In general, the vehicle farm in this game is very strong, especially if the opposing side has a very talented pilot. Given the current status of helicopters, I would also remark that there appears to be a lower skill ceiling for the pilots. Additionally, the vehicle spawns and redeploy screen do not always work, and you may find yourself at HQ unsure what to do next. Probably redeploy. Have to eat that L. The attack helicopter, if you switch seats to the secondary gunner, you can rack up a lot of kills because the secondary cannon is quite effective against infantry. It is god tier against infantry. The same can be stated about the Condor secondary gun and also the miniguns. I was racking up quite a few kills with the miniguns against other helicopter pilots as well as infantry. This more than likely will get a nerf throughout several patches. That's my belief going forward, guys. Alright, scout helicopter pilots now are quite powerful, as air deterrence did not appear to be as effective as some infantry players would like. I believe the mobility of these vehicles will be reduced in the future to allow infantry to keep up with them. The A in the tank, I don't think that they have balancing issues right now, but they might change with upgrades. And also the jet, I was never targeted by the jet. It was an extremely rare occasion if I saw the jet low. It's kind of weak, in my opinion, from what I've seen. You can find yourself dealing with tanks, LAT version 4s, and the AA easily. If you're infantry, just hit it with C5, and they go boom. Or if you hit the LAT with a rocket, that thing is pretty much done. Rocket grenade, it's gone. I could see it being a problem again with upgrades as all other vehicles. Sound. Okay, guys, look, I have been pounding this drum, okay? I don't know how many times I need to pound this drum. Let's hear the enemy as priority, please. The enemy footsteps. I do not need to hear myself or my teammates as priority. As I played the game when I was in firefights, enemy footsteps were non-existent. In addition, there were times when vehicle audio cut out or just didn't play. This also happens on the light machine gun, but to be fair, that might have been a one-off on my end. Player spawns. Holy hell. These are tough, and I'm being generous. The reason why there are so many helicopter pilots surrounding B like gnats at a barbecue on Orbital in this game because the spawn spots are extremely predictable and they clean them up quickly. It was that awful that mid spawn on B point I observed guys piling on top of each other via spawn. Also on D1 capture point, I must have spawned in the middle of the capture point 85 to 90% of the time. And this is also another high action location. This is just a personal note, but the recoilless M5 rocket, this is going to be my weapon that I want to see tweaked before it's released. I think that the rocket projectile could use a little bit of love, like a little bit of a speed buff, and also the reload could be slightly faster. I'm not talking about like unrealistically faster, just slightly faster. Just give it a little nudge, give it a little love. Dusting. I hate it. Okay, look, I don't know if this is a legacy engine bug or whatever you call it, but this needs to go. To my knowledge, I personally experienced this from 8 years ago. I had it happen to me in 2042 when I shot the recoilless rocket at a helicopter and it dusted, and then when I shot a tank shell at a helicopter and it dusted again. You can find that on my Twitter post, and you can also find that on my Instagram. Link in the description down below, guys. Final thoughts on Battlefield 2042 Open Beta. The game has a good core. It does. However, the beta is extremely, extremely rough, and that doesn't help what's there. If you're looking to buy this game, I'd be extremely cautious and maybe wait 3 to 4 months after release to see if they have addressed some of the issues I discussed in this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you really liked the video, please consider subscribing. Also, I'll be playing BF5 on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. usually. So come say hello. I'd appreciate that. All links can be found in the description below. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.